Back. So this is going to be somewhat of a longer video. I'm going to be reviewing my Parfums De Marly collection. As many of you know who watch this channel, it is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, niche fragrance house, and gets a lot of hate. A lot of people say it's overrated. A lot of people say, it's just basically main complaint is that they're too mass appealing. Um, you know, which to me I think is hilarious because I like niche fragrances. I like the ability for them to stand out. I like how they are different from most designers, but at the same time, I want the fragrance I'm wearing to be two things: wearable, first of all, more versatile. Okay, so it's not something I can only wear in one setting. Now I do have some of those fragrances obviously as well, but in general, I like my fragrances to be versatile as well as mass appealing. Who doesn't want to smell good, right? So I kind of think it's dumb. I think Parfums de Marly takes the designer kind of approach, but they do their own thing, and they also use so much higher quality ingredients that it's something special in my eyes. So anyway, I'm going to go through my collection real quick. I got quite a bit from Parfums de Marly. And I thought this might be interesting. It's not going to be an extreme note breakdown. I'm not going to be pulling up the profiles or anything like that. I'm just going to explain kind of the scent profile, what I get from it, settings to wear it in, why I enjoy it, as well as kind of rank my collection. Okay, like I said, it's going to be a little more involved. If you would like more thorough breakdowns on any specific one or several, let me know. Okay, so here we go. First one, I will do. I guess I'll break this down into fresh and um, you know do more Oriental fragrance, kind of winter-based fragrances. So we'll do. Let's just get the fresh ones out of the way since this is fall and winter. Touch on those real quick first. I'm gonna go with I think probably my least favorite of my freshies to my favorite. So we'll start with this one. And I say least favorite. Trust me, I still enjoy this. This is Parfums de Marly Galloway. Okay. This one does not get a lot of hype. Uh, I obviously enjoy it. I have two bottles. One's a bigger one. The other one's the 75 mil. One's a 4.2 ounce. So what this is, it's a fresh, spicy fragrance. It's kind of reminiscent of like a barber shop kind of vibe you get from it. Atomizers on Parfums de Marly, great. Very fresh. So you get this very citrusy kind of crisp opening with this spicy barbershop vibe. Certainly a more mature fragrance. I wouldn't wear this if you're in your early 20s, your teens. I think 30 and up, you could pull this off. It's a great, again, fresh fragrance. We're talking summer, spring, you could pull this off. It's just bright, fresh, and crisp. Okay, it smells kind of like a really good aftershave almost. It does have that barbershop kind of appeal, but the citruses really kind of make it pop. I do like this one a lot. And when I say barbershop, this doesn't smell like Old Spice or something like that, or necessarily kind of like Creed Viking, but it's kind of in the same ballpark. It's just a much fresher version with less of that barbershop approach, but it still has kind of that mature, grown-up appeal to it. So this is a very good, very versatile. It is not a super crazy compliment getter. Okay, I can't. I mean, I don't wear this as much as the other one, so I can't say it doesn't. I have gotten complimented on it, but I don't. When I wear it, most of the time I don't. But it is very versatile. Like I said, it's definitely a mature scent. It smells really good, and you can certainly smell the quality in this. So that's my least favorite from my freshies. Next one is probably kind of controversial because I think a lot of people think this is the best freshie from the house, and this is Percival. So this is their essentially people compare this to Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, and I certainly get that. I think this is a more mature version of Fierce, certainly better quality version of Fierce, but you get that same sort of scent profile. It's gonna remind you of the mall, going walking around the mall, and you who are old enough to remember those days, but they would pump that out, the Abercrombie or even Hollister, that kind of scent profiles. But it is more mature. Now it's not mature. It's not like Galloway. This is something you could certainly pull off if you're younger, in the early 20s. It has this very fresh, again, citrus kind of appeal to it, but it's not spicy like Galloway. It's kind of has a almost like fresh out of the shower vibe to it, kind of a shower jelly approach. With this kind of just, I mean, if you smell fierce, you know it. It's got that very unique DNA. It has this kind of, I want to say sharpness almost to it, but it's done in an attractive way. It makes it smell unique. Not that fierce is, certainly challenging or niche or anything like that. But fierce is its own scent. You can immediately identify it. Same with Percival. This is very versatile. This you could wear all year round. You could wear it in the winter. You could wear it in the fall. I think it does better, obviously, in the summer and spring. You could wear it in the office. You could wear it on a date. You could wear it to the grocery store. I mean, it is extremely versatile fragrance. More so than Galloway. And this does get compliments. Okay, if that's something you're into, this is going to be more mass appealing to most people than Galloway. So next up, this is actually really hard, but I think I'm going to go with this one. This is Greenlee. This is one of the newest releases. This is really my easiest way to describe this. Is if you took Nishane Hashivat, you replace the pineapple with a juicy, bright, crisp green apple liqueur, and you slightly tone down the oak moss. The oak moss is very prominent in this, so it's not going away, but it has less of that petrol vibe that you can get from Nishane Hashivat, and it's basically kind of like a green apple take on Hashivat. Now, I think this is more mass appealing than Hashivat because, again, the oak moss to me comes off less abrasive. It's less harsh, less petrol-like, but it's certainly this woody, kind of very prominent oak moss note with a nice, bright, juicy green apple accord. And that juicy green apple accord is going to last throughout, but it's most prominent in the opening. This is, again, mass appealing. The oak moss and the green apple kind of sometimes can come across as like a pine kind of note, almost like a pine tree. I kind of get that a little bit. I have gotten compliments on this. Again, it's not some huge, monster compliment puller. It's also not as versatile as something like Percival. I think you'd be better off kind of, this is a good going out fragrance. You could wear this at the office. I don't really think it's appropriate for date night. It just doesn't really have that kind of appeal to it. It's more kind of like just going out and doing things, taking care of things. Again, I think you can wear it at the office as well. I don't think it's really going to offend anybody. Now, if you go heavy on it, the oak moss could. So just don't go crazy on the trigger on this one. Performance on Greenlee is pretty good. That's at Percival, lasts long too. And Galloway lasts honestly pretty good as well. I think you get at least 6, 7 hours out of Galloway. Okay. So Parfums De Marly isn't really a slouch at all in the performance department, especially when you get into the Oriental style fragrances. So the next one, this is my favorite fresh fragrance from the house, and this is Sedley. Now, Sedley has, I have two, obviously. Sedley has been reformulated. When this is the one that came out, it was named Epson or something, and then changed into, I don't know, numerous different types. Or maybe that was Greenlee. I could be getting them mixed up. But anyway, this was reformulated. The original version of this performance was terrible. So people complained about it, and they had reformulated it. And surprisingly, the newer batches perform very well. Now, what you get with this is also, in my kind of opinion, a barbershop kind of vibe. So it's kind of like Galloway, but unlike Galloway, this is that creamy barbershop vibe. Actually smells kind of like shaving cream. But you get this nice, very kind of seductive, sensual citruses that are backing it. So it kind of provides this nice, masculine, fresh, clean, creamy, sensual scent profile. This one's absolutely a compliment getter. And for my fresh fragrances from Parfums De Marly, this is the most complimented. I also wear this a lot, though. I think this is very versatile as well. You can wear it to work, you can wear it to the gym, you can wear it to a date, could wear it going out, doing whatever. Very versatile. Obviously better in the summer and the fall. Or summer and spring. I do think you could pull this off in the fall. I'm wearing it at the office. I'm wearing it now at the office. So it's certainly not something that is pigeonholed or not versatile in that regard. But now, if you're going outside in the winter or the fall, this isn't going to be your best option by any means. But it is my favorite fresh release from the house. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. Now, getting into the Oriental fragrances, and I'm going to start with this one. This is Ocean. A lot of you know this. People say it smells like Christmas in a bottle. It smells like apple pie. And I get that. The reason this is my least favorite is because it's the least versatile. Okay, can't really wear this. Certainly can't wear this in the summer or spring. Really can only wear this in the winter, maybe the fall. And even then, when you're going to wear this, isn't maybe Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas Eve, some kind of family gathering, or if you're going to like the Festival of Lights, or you're doing something with your family, festive. This is great. It is this nice, very nice, spicy, cinnamon, sweet, seductive scent profile. And it is addictive when you smell this. I mean, it's certainly, it is along the lines of something like Spice Mod Extreme, and in with that same kind of setting, or Initio's Rehab, it's that same kind of very niche quality to it, meaning, or niche factor to it, meaning as far as versatility goes, versatility is not very, wide, okay? Again, you can only wear this in certain settings. Now, it does perform very well. It smells very good. I just don't wear it because I don't have that many opportunities to wear it. Like I said, I don't think it's really appropriate for the office. I don't think it's really appropriate for going and running errands. Honestly, this wouldn't be my first pick for a date night fragrance either. It does smell like Christmas in a bottle. It smells really good. And I do appreciate it. But like I said, I wear this really at Christmas and Christmas Eve. Thanksgiving, I think I did one year. But this year I went with Harry. So that's an option. My next on this is going to be this. And this is, a lot of people love this. Seems like hit or miss. Either you love it or you hate it. This is Pegasus. This is hyped throughout. Can't remember if it was Demi Rawling or Jeremy Fragrance that hyped this. I think it was Demi Rawling. This one is more, so a lot of Parfums De Marly fragrances are unisex, but they generally are either masculine or feminine. There's really not in between, with the exception of maybe something like Ocean, which we were talking about. A woman could definitely pull that off. A man could as well. It's got that spice to it. But that's kind of, about it. This, a man can pull off. So this is another one that can technically be unisex. But it's got a very powdery almond accord. So basically what you're getting from this is this powdery almond scent profile with this metallic backing. So the metallic backing makes it more masculine. It makes it so you could wear it, but it is very powdery. Okay, it's got the sweet almond accord. It kind of almost has a slight kind of root beer vibe to it. And I will mention this. A lot of people mention Armaf's Craze as being a good clone from this. I don't think Craze is a good clone for this at all. I remember getting Craze, smelling it, not liking it at all. Sold it. Tried it several times. When I got this, the real one, this is good. I would say if you're getting a clone of this, either get Alexander's Great Course. King Fragrance makes a really good version as well. Dua's was good from what I remember. I ended up getting rid of it, but it was pretty close. Definitely better than Craze. And Sensual Obsessions makes a pretty good one as well. So I would go with one of the other clone houses, not Armaf, is what I'm getting at. But this, it does have a better quality than any of those, obviously. It's Parfums De Marly, okay? You can wear this, again, fall and winter. You could wear it in the office, date night, going out. It's pretty versatile. It's just, it does have a powderiness about it that you've got to be okay with. If you're someone who doesn't like powdery fragrances, I don't think it's going to do it for you. I don't give it much wearing because of that, which is why it's second on the list. It's certainly more versatile than Ocean, so I do wear it more than that, but again, I'm not a big fan of powdery fragrances, okay? Next up, this one. And this is hard when we're getting down to the end here. This is Harry, okay? This is amazing, okay? This is, I think, really, kind of sums up what Parfums De Marly as a house to me is, or kind of the flagship, one of the flagships from the house. This is a very nice, boozy, tobacco, spicy sort of fragrance. Okay, it's definitely masculine. You get this sweet tobacco, but the tobacco is not in your face. It's not in your face like even like Karl Out. It is more toned down. It is smooth. Oh man, it is just it's wonderful. It's masculine. It's sensual. It's not versatile. Again, you can only really wear this in the fall and winter, but you can certainly wear this in really any setting. Work, again, going out, date night, anything. It just smells so good. And it's so smooth. It's so well blended. It's intriguing. It kind of draws you in, making you want to smell it more and more. Okay? It's got that nice, spicy, festive profile to it, like Ocean, but not in your face explosion of it. It's toned down, and that tobacco kind of smooths everything out, makes it more masculine, makes it more versatile. This one is fantastic. If you have not smelled Herod, I highly recommend it. If you're looking for a good clone, again, Alexandria's Arabian Horse is good, as is King Fragrance's Spartan. They have a clone of the original. That one is really good. Dua makes one called, I don't know why I'm blanking on it now. It's an Attar. Only issue with that one is it doesn't project at all, but it smells pretty good. I can't remember the name of it. It doesn't look like an option too. All right, so next up, Karl Out. This one was hyped through the roof by Demi Rawling. And as you can tell, I really like Karl Out. For a while, this one was extremely expensive. I mean, not extremely expensive, but for Parfums De Marly, it was extremely expensive. It was like $260. The only you could get it for like $260. Cheapest you get it for $220. In season change, it kind of dropped. It's more affordable now. So this is tobacco based as well. Unlike Herod, this is much more in your face tobacco. People compare it to Red Tobacco by Mancera. I see it, but not really. This to me is a much better fragrance. You get that tobacco, but you also have this beautiful, juicy green apple in the opening, which to me makes this something truly special. It's got this nice, seductive, creamy vibe to it. The tobacco is smooth, but it is prominent. And that green apple just really kind of just makes it something seductive. I love this. The dry down is fantastic as well. It gets more sensual in the dry down. The green apple starts to kind of go away, but it becomes this very nice sensual tobacco fragrance. Now, this is a very mature fragrance, okay? So, if you're in your 20s, I wouldn't recommend it. 30s and up, you can pull it off. It's also not so versatile. Again, fall and winter. You can wear this in the office. I don't know that I'd recommend it. To me, this is more kind of date night or if you're going out kind of fragrance. Some people do say it smells kind of like an old man because of that tobacco. I've heard that from several people. So keep that in mind. But I do think it smells really good. I don't think it's this massive compliment getter. I don't think it's this massive, whatever that Demi Rawling was trying to make this out to be. But it is a fantastic fragrance. And if you are a fan of tobacco, you'll love this. Okay, it is special. It is truly special, and it's a beast too, performance-wise. This thing will last all day on you and then some. So you don't have to worry about performance on this at all. All right, and lastly, and this should not be a surprise to anybody here, favorite is Leighton. This is normal Leighton, not exclusive. I've had exclusive. I've also had Pegasus exclusive. I prefer the originals of both of them. Now, Pegasus exclusive came a little closer. It was harder choosing between that and the original Pegasus. Leighton, though, and Leighton exclusive, hands down, this is a better fragrance in my opinion. This is what really, I think, kind of put Parfums De Marly on the map. Leighton is extremely popular, blew up, became the new Creed Aventus. It was, which one's better, Creed Aventus or Leighton? And Creed Aventus had always been, really since it came out, seen as being kind of like the best, men's fragrance, biggest compliment getter, whatever, right? And then Leighton came along, and man, it certainly was talked about just as much as Creed Aventus for a while there. Leighton, you do get this juicy, beautiful green apple. You get this nice, seductive vanilla. There is this kind of mint accord. I think it actually comes from the geranium that's in here that people say it smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. And I kind of get that. But it's not, to me, I think it smells great. It makes it more intriguing, makes it more interesting. And there's also this really nice kind of lavender in here. It freshens it up, makes it very, very just seductive, okay? This is very versatile too. Office, I wear this in the office all the time. Date night, going out, extremely versatile. I think you can pull this off all year too. Honestly, I wear this in the winter. I know some people say I wear it in winter, fall. Some people say you can't wear it in the summer, and I agree if it's super high heat. But if it's a cooler summer night, I think you can pull this off. I've certainly worn it. Definitely in the spring, as long as it's not super hot. But this is addictive. This is just fragrance I can't get enough of. Again, I do think it was overhyped. I think Creed Aventus is overhyped too. I don't think any fragrance is that, mind-blowing. Like, this is like something that everybody needs to run out and buy. That said, this is definitely in my top 3 fragrances. So to me it is, but I do think it was overhyped. I also really enjoy Creed Aventus too, but this is amazing. It does, it's definitely going to get you compliments. Now, here's the thing. If you're really just in it for the compliments, buy some designers, okay? Your Dior Sauvages, your, Dior Homme, even Dior Homme 2020 gets talked down about a lot, kind of got kicked to the side by the fragrance community that gets compliments. If that's what you're looking for, designers are kind of where to go. If that's really all you care about. Now, if you're wearing it for you and you want something that smells good that also gets you compliments, that's why I'm into Parfums De Marly so much. Because, again, they are mass appealing. They're versatile fragrances, but they smell fantastic, and I love them. Much rather wear this than Dior Sauvage. Much rather wear this than Valentino Uomo, than whatever, Armani, Acqua di Gio Profumo, Profundo, Armani Code, any of that. This is, to me, just hands down a better fragrance. But yeah, so those are my collection from the house. There's several I've smelled that I don't have. The women's line, I've certainly smelled the Leighton Exclusive, the Rosé one. I love those on my ex. She really enjoyed those too. And there's both have kind of their own things. The Leighton is a very mature, fancy kind of classy scent profile. It's rose based, but it's very classy smelling. It's not like an old lady rose. The Exclusive kind of takes that and makes it more sexy. Okay, gives it this kind of seductiveness to it, but it's very similar to the regular Leighton. And then the Rosé takes it and freshens it up, lightens it up, kind of making it like a summer version of Leighton, basically. Meliora is this beautiful fruity berry kind of flavor scent profile that is also really good, especially in the spring. Meliora is a must-have, in my opinion, if you're looking for a women's fragrance from the house. And in addition to Leighton, Cassil is pretty good as well. I've also tried several other men's fragrances. Hobden, that's pretty good, but I just think there's better out there. And blanking on a Castor. Castor's okay, but these are my favorites from the house. Like I said, I really enjoy them. The Exclusives of Pegasus and Leighton, they have an animalic oud in there. It's supposed to make it darker. Civet in there too, I believe. And it just, to me, it smells too much like poop. it just doesn't do it for me. I kind of like the route they're going, but I could have done without the animalicness. I think if they just put normal kind of like a cleaner oud in there, I think I would have really enjoyed it. Or maybe some smoke, some incense or something, just instead of adding the other stuff as well. But anyway, that's my opinion. If you have any questions about any of these, let me know. So the way I rank these wasn't clear. The Orientals, the winter fragrances is Leighton, Karl Out, Herod, Pegasus, and then Ocean. And then the freshies, it's Sedley, Greenlee, Percival, and then Galloway. Okay, that's just my personal opinion, and that's how much each of them get wearing wise. So yeah, now this room smells fantastic. But anyway, this video's long enough. Hope this was helpful for anybody who's interested in the house. Again, let me know in the comment section if there's anything you want to review, or if you want to know about clones, of which clones to get from different houses of these. More than happy to help.